Hi, that's right. We are checking out chamber wines. In fact, perhaps you're looking for a good gift to give. We're going to talk to Michael Powers, who is the founder, and explain all about it and what it is. We'll have that coming up for you. Good morning, San Diego. We'll be right back.
Family Business Thursday, of course, Allie Wagner is checking out chamber wines in Encinitas. Good morning, Allie.
Good morning, Allie.
Good morning, you guys. That's right. This is so unique and so cool that's going on up here in Encinitas. And I have the founder, Michael Powers, who is here. Tell me a little bit about what your business is and why you decided to start this.
Well, our business is delivering wines to people via our packages. Wines that they might not necessarily go and try and find on their own, and bring them true indigenous wines from the regions around the world. So at the same time, they get to learn about the globe, but they get to try different grapes, not necessarily some grapes that they've had in the past.
Yeah, and I think that this is so interesting because you have a huge book over there. There's so many different varietals of grapes people don't even know about.
Right. I think Italy alone has over 2,000 planted grapes. A lot of them are, synonyms, same grape. But Janice Robinson wrote that book, and that kind of encouraged me to pretty much launch this. I wanted to see how many different offerings I could offer people and or our members. And so we do that via our packages, the Riddler, the Hemingway, the Colt 511, and Pandora's Box, which is our champagne. It's just fun. You get to go home and try some wines that you might necessarily had tried in the past.
Well, and that's why this is such a unique and cool idea for a wine club, because you're going to get something different all the time.
Every time. That's guaranteed. Yeah.
And at affordable price points as well. And I think that for you, it's something that you just love.
I've been in the wine industry for over about 30 years, and I actually started in the wine industry in San Diego after I finished my tour with the Navy. Mm-hmm. And I was sitting in the jacuzzi with my best friend Dan Rosenfeld. And he had a brochure for Thomas Jaeger Winery at the time. And so I was hired by the Jaeger family, which became the Ophelia Winery.
Oh, that is so cool. So you started in San Diego, and now here you are doing it again. We're going to have more. We're going to teach you about what kind of gifts you can buy for people, how cool some of the recycled boxes are. We'll have that all coming up for you guys. Welcome back to Good Morning San Diego. It is Family Business Thursday, and we are up here in Encinitas checking out chamber wines, and I have Mike Powers, who is here, who is the wine extraordinaire. We were talking about earlier, there are so many different varietals of wine, and something that you offer your members is just a chance to try something that you've never tried before.
Yeah, we're actually just trying to encourage curiosity, exploring, Just be willing to open-minded and explore different parts of the world and different regions of the world, and it's very rewarding. So you learn the globe and you learn how fascinating wines can be, and they're truly a beautiful, beautiful agriculture product that I love, and I love sharing with people.
Now, something that's unique, now you hear this word organic all the time. But these are more than just that. It's about being more than just that, right?
Right. Most of these wines are biodynamic or sustainable farming, but the old world doesn't have to put that on the labels from the properties that we're using. It's just kind of given. They're not going to hurt their vineyard or spray with stuff that they shouldn't be using, because they actually live on the vineyards or the farms, as they say. Yeah.
Well, and I think that improves the taste as well. And we were talking about the glasses earlier, how important it is to use a good glass as well, right?
Right. I mean, you could have one white, one red, but the importance is the thinness of the tip of the glass, so you don't bypass any taste buds.
Right. So I don't even think about that.
Temperature is very important.
Okay, so you told me red wines you want to have at what temperature?
About 58 to 60 degrees. Wow. And most times we're receiving them around 70 degrees. So if you have to put it on ice for 5 or 10 minutes, get the reds down a little bit during the warmer months, it'll be beneficial.
Yeah, because lately it's been a little warm, so to really enjoy that red wine, a good tip is to actually throw it on ice really quick.
Absolutely, yeah.
And also, I wanted to say that a lot of these are really good gifts because you can help somebody kind of explore the world through wine.
That's what the Chamber's all about. I mean, we are forcing you to travel the globe and to try different wines, and they're perfect gifts. We have a 2-bottle package, a 1-bottle package, 3 and 6-bottle packages, and we'd be happy to ship anywhere. And
yeah. Now, what's the most unique varietal that you think that you've come across?
Minois from Lebanon.
Which people are probably like, I didn't even know you could grow wine there.
It's a white grape that is very similar to Semillon.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There's so much to know, is there not? Like you could study forever.
That's the great thing about wine, is just like it's just ongoing. Like everyone that comes and tastes me on wine or tries me on wine, I learn every single visit. So I probably forgotten most things that I've learned, but every time I have a new importer or a winemaker, I constantly learn.
I love that. Now, we also want to mention that you guys have a deal today as well for KUSI viewers, right?
If you go to our website and you join one of our packages, you get 25% off your first order. And it's a big shout out to Pearl Harbor and Awake of the Sleeping Giants, so in remembrance of Pearl Harbor. So that's our promotion today.
That is so very cool. Shout out to the people in Chicago watching you, and we're gonna have more Good Morning San Diego coming back after this. Welcome back to Good Morning San Diego. It's Family Business Thursday, and we are up in Encinitas checking out Chamber Wines, a very unique wine club, bringing you beautiful wines. And I have Michael, who's been hanging out with me here all morning long. What is something unique about wine? What's your favorite part about it, first of all? Because you've been hanging out with me here all day. What's your favorite part about it?
What I like about wine is if you're having a beer, you pop it, you have it yourself. A mixed drink, kind of kick it back yourself. A wine is always meant to be shared, and it's the neatest, greatest way to invite people into a conversation. It's a conversational piece, and it's always a celebration, pulling the cork. And it comes from a farm or people that are really passionate and they love what they do, and the properties that we use demonstrate that in every sip.
Now, I wanted to say, we've been talking about the wine a lot, but the champagne, you were telling me that some of these champagnes you've never heard of, and yet they're better than some of the standard champagnes like Veuve or something like that you've heard of.
Right. Being in the industry for some time, I've met some incredible importers, distributors, and that have educated me on properties that I would have never found on my own, and that's the beauty. There's so many nooks and crannies in the area, and if you're willing to adventure and be curious, you're going to be well rewarded.
Well, and I think that that's so important, something that we've talked about. Price point isn't necessarily as important. Your palate, you might not even know what you like, and a good way to do that is to try to have something sent to your house to explore what the options are.
That's exactly right. The Riddler is our first offering. That'll bring you 6 bottles of indigenous grape varietals from 6 different places around the world. That'll start you on the path to discover the world of wines. And then the Hemingway is for people that have kind of already ventured out a bit. So you'll get the core wines of those regions. The Colt 511 is the latest and greatest, which I think should be receiving some attention. And Pandora's Box, my favorite, is great champagne.
I think that it's about family, it's about sharing. I mean, that's what wine's all about.
Every single time you pop that cork.
Oh, I love it. What a wonderful concept. So thank you very much for being with us here today, Michael. We're going to have more coming up in just a little bit.